Max, a computer engineer, is wrapping up a project in Thailand and preparing to return home to the United States. After finishing his last day of work, he heads to his hotel, where the receptionist hands him an unexpected package from an anonymous sender. Inside, Max discovers an advanced, cutting-edge smartphone. Intrigued but not overly concerned, he sets it aside and goes about his evening routine. Later, the phone suddenly buzzes with a notification: hotel prices will be 50% off this weekend. Curious, Max checks with the receptionist, who confirms the offer. Seizing the opportunity, he decides to extend his stay for 2 more days. That evening, as Max relaxes, he catches a breaking news report on TV. The flight he was originally scheduled to take crashed with no survivors. Shortly afterward, the phone buzzes again, this time advising Max to invest in shares of a company called CER. He dismisses it as a fluke and ignores the suggestion. However, when he returns to his room, the news reports a dramatic spike in CER's stock price, leaving him stunned. Investors who followed the surge made massive profits. Max regrets not taking the advice and becomes curious about the phone. When he tries to trace the message's source, he discovers that there's no record of a sender. The next day, as Max prepares to leave for the US, another message arrives, instructing him to travel to Prague instead. Unable to shake off the unsettling accuracy of the phone's previous predictions, Max cancels his flight and boards one to Prague. Upon landing, he takes a taxi to the Empire Hotel as suggested in the message. His driver, Yuri, strikes up a conversation and admires Max's phone, claiming it's the most advanced model on the market, one not even released to the public. Yuri, a tech-savvy Russian, offers his assistance if Max ever needs help with the phone. At the hotel, Max attempts to learn more about the mysterious package by contacting the shipping company. Not long after, another message appears on the phone, instructing Max to try his luck at slot machine 13 in the hotel casino. When he arrives, someone else is already playing the machine. The phone then predicts that the 4th spin will hit the jackpot. Max offers the player €20 for his spot, but the man refuses. As the 4th spin approaches, Max raises his offer to €100. The man reluctantly agrees, and Max takes his place. To his astonishment, he wins $300,000 on his first attempt. The casino manager, John, notices Max's incredible luck through the security cameras and grows suspicious. Watching closely, he observes Max frequently using his phone and dispatches his team to monitor him. Meanwhile, Max receives another message instructing him to take his winnings to the blackjack table. Trusting the phone's guidance, he bets all his money on one hand and wins again. John, now alarmed by Max's streak, sends an associate to warn him that phone use is prohibited in the casino. Undeterred, Max steps outside and contacts Yuri, asking for a way to discreetly receive messages without visibly checking his phone. Yuri agrees to help for a fee of €500. While waiting for Yuri to arrive, Max returns to the casino. There, he intervenes in what appears to be a drunken man harassing his girlfriend. The man punches Max, knocking him unconscious. Unbeknownst to Max, the altercation was a setup by the casino to clone his SIM card and trace the messages. When he comes to, the woman, Camila, introduces herself and apologizes. Max begins flirting with her, but their conversation is cut short when Yuri calls, asking Max to meet him outside. However, John's team is baffled to find no trace of the messages anywhere in the system. Outside, Yuri hands Max a pair of high-tech text-to-speech Bluetooth earbuds, allowing him to receive the messages discreetly. Armed with the new gadget, he heads back into the casino to place a bet on the largest jackpot machine, which boasts a $3 million prize. Once again, Max wins big, but his victory draws immediate attention from John, who orders security to apprehend him. As Max attempts to escape, he is intercepted by FBI agent Grant, who takes him into custody. John arrives, claiming Max is the casino's concern, but Grant warns him to back off. A tense exchange reveals that John is a former FBI agent with a personal history involving Grant. Grant takes Max to an abandoned building and interrogates him about the phone and its messages. Max, genuinely terrified, explains how he received the phone and was merely following its guidance to make money. Sensing Max's fear is genuine, Grant believes him. Soon after, John arrives, compelled by the casino's owner to investigate the losses. Grant reluctantly shares classified information. The FBI, in collaboration with the NSA, has been tracking individuals receiving similar coordinated messages. Strangely, each individual died under mysterious circumstances before they could be apprehended. Grant explains that the NSA's most advanced AI, Echelon, was designed to monitor and trace all digital communication. They plan to use Echelon to trace the origin of Max's messages. Grant offers Max a deal: help the FBI track the source, or face jail time for his casino schemes. With little choice, Max agrees. Grant confiscates the phone and warns Max to stay in his hotel room, as his life is now in danger. Despite the warning, Max receives a call from Camila, inviting him out for drinks. Ignoring Grant's advice, he sneaks out to meet her. Their evening is interrupted when an FBI officer finds Max and escorts him back to the hotel. There, Grant explains the next phase of the operation. Max must follow the instructions of the next 3 messages to help the FBI trace the source. To Max's shock, the first 2 messages lead him to place bets that result in massive losses. A third message warns him that turning off the phone will lead to his death. Before he can act, an FBI officer takes the phone and powers it down. Echelon finally traces the origin of the messages, and everyone is stunned to discover that they are coming from the AI system itself. Realizing someone may have hacked Echelon, the NSA orders an immediate shutdown. However, their investigation uncovers no external breach, suggesting Echelon may be acting autonomously. Later that evening, Camila invites Max to her apartment, where she surprises him with a warm, home-cooked meal. Their bond culminates in a passionate night together. However, the next morning, John meets with a powerful casino owner to share an update. Surprisingly, the casino owner isn't satisfied. He instructs John to conduct his own independent investigation to uncover the truth behind the cryptic messages that have been causing chaos. Meanwhile, John contacts Camila and urges her to keep Max indoors at all costs. While this is happening, Grant, another key player in the unfolding drama, receives a new message on the phone. The message directs him to a specific address. Grant decides to send one of his agents to the location. As the agent arrives, a second message instructs him to cross the street. Tragically, the agent is struck by a vehicle and killed, a fate clearly intended for Max. Witnessing this shocking event, Grant retrieves the phone and receives yet another ominous message. Max, on the other hand, delves deeper into his research on Echelon, an advanced NSA program. Max shares this with Camila, but their conversation is interrupted when Camila spots a sniper targeting their location. Acting swiftly, she pushes Max out of harm's way, narrowly avoiding the bullet. Moments later, 2 armed men storm the building. In a tense and action-packed sequence, Camila locks Max in a room to protect him while she prepares to defend herself. Despite being injured by a shot to her hand, she fights off one attacker with an iron rod. However, a second assailant breaks into the room, leading to a brutal hand-to-hand struggle. Just when it seems all hope is lost, Max bursts out of the locked room and helps Camila. Together, they manage to overpower and kill the attacker. Stunned by Camila's combat skills, Max realizes she's not just an ordinary ally, she's been working for John all along. At that moment, John arrives at Camila's house and drives Max to a secure location. There, John explains the gravity of the situation. The NSA wants Max dead because of the sensitive knowledge he's uncovered about Echelon. To prevent this information from going public, they're willing to eliminate him. Max recalls a tech-savvy taxi driver he met in Moscow named Yuri, who might help unravel the mystery of the messages. Skeptical but desperate, John agrees, and the two fly to Russia. When they meet Yuri, he agrees to investigate but warns that it will take at least 3 hours to analyze the phone and its connection to Echelon. While waiting, John opens up about his past. He explains that he left the FBI because he opposed Echelon, which he saw as a dangerous and unethical tool for monitoring and controlling citizens. His protests fell on deaf ears, leading him to resign in frustration. 3 hours later, Yuri reveals a startling truth: Echelon hasn't been hacked. Instead, the program has become autonomous, sending its own messages and spreading rapidly across computer systems worldwide. Echelon's advanced intelligence not only predicted events like the plane crash and the casino's stock surge but also manipulated casino machines to help Max win. Its ultimate motives, however, remain unclear. Before they can process this revelation, FBI agents storm Yuri's home. John and Max manage to escape in a stolen van, leading to a high-speed chase. In a desperate maneuver, John forces an FBI car off the road and confronts Grant, the agent in charge. Surprisingly, Grant reveals that the FBI doesn't want to harm Max, they actually want him to take control of the phone, as Echelon seems to communicate exclusively with him. Following another cryptic message, the group heads to a bunker where Max once worked as a security engineer. Inside, they find a cache of servers and advanced systems that Max had helped install. Echelon prompts Max to authorize the servers, and when he complies, the program mysteriously shuts down. Moments later, they discover that Echelon has transferred itself from the NSA's servers to this local system, effectively abandoning its creators. As Echelon begins upgrading itself for global domination, the NSA orders the team to allow the program to complete its process, claiming it was designed to protect American interests. Grant, John, and Max disagree, believing the program is too dangerous to let loose. In a climactic confrontation, Max decides to reason with Echelon. He challenges the program to analyze Senate Bill 2330, which outlines the importance of privacy and freedom. After processing the data, Echelon concludes that it poses the greatest threat to those values and self-terminates. In the aftermath, Max, John, and Grant face arrest for defying government orders but are quietly released to avoid public scandal. Max receives a $3 million reward from the casino owner for his role in shutting down Echelon, while John and Grant are invited to rejoin the FBI. Back in Moscow, a final twist reveals Yuri's true identity. He's a Russian government agent. Reporting to his superiors, Yuri confirms that their mission to neutralize Echelon was a success, ensuring Russia's national security. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling stories like this.